For these two young beauties, spending their summer break together on the North Carolina coast has been a blast.
So it's important that we have to take care of each other. So yeah, I think we've definitely had friends for a long time.
I just heard that there's this whole thing where they think that Sarah and I were fighting or something. I was 18. They were not taking script notes from me, guys.
Jennifer Love Hewitt.
My goodness, I know what your boobs did last summer. Because whenever you see that movie, it's just a lot of clean.
Jennifer Love Hewitt said that she's possibly returning. Can't tell if that's how.
I have nothing to do with that.
Sarah Michelle Gellar and Jennifer Love Hewitt cannot stand each other. They've hated each other ever since their film I Know What You Did Last Summer. Sarah blames Jennifer for her being written out of the film and ultimately killed off. This has created a lot of tension between the two actresses, and their feud appears to be never ending. So let's get into it. You guys have been asking me to cover this decades-long feud between Sarah Michelle Gellar and Jennifer Love Hewitt. These co-stars go way back to the film I Know What You Did Last Summer back in 1997, and ever since then it seems like these two do not get along. And this isn't a theory or a rumor, we have plenty of evidence to show. The controversy started over persistent rumors that Jennifer had asked producers to kill off Sarah. Sarah played a character named Helen in I Know What You Did Last Summer, and it seems like Jennifer did not want her to be part of the sequel. Now, of course, Sarah isn't going to be happy about that because why are you trying to take away a job from me? Now, Jennifer has denied asking producers to write Sarah out, but that's ultimately what happened. But all of this drama started to come back to the surface in 2025 with the release of the legacy sequel I Know What You Did Last Summer. Jennifer will be reprising her role as Julie James, opposite of Sarah's husband, Freddie Prinze Jr., who will be playing Ray Bronson. So everyone's coming back for another project, but Sarah is left behind because she was killed off, so she's not coming back. But interestingly enough, Sarah's husband, Freddie, will be back, so it's interesting that someone who she's feuded with for so long is now going to be closely working with her husband. Fans were disappointed when they noticed that both Sarah and Jennifer did not reunite at the July 2025 premiere, even though they were both in attendance. At some point, it seems like these two ladies did get along because we have old clips of them in an interview and it seems like they were friendly. Let's go ahead and take a look.
And it's really a thriller in the true sense of the word. This scares me. We'll shoot scenes and I'll jump and she'll jump, and I think that I do more than jump. I hyperventilate. How funky is your chicken? How loose is your goose?
For these two young beauties, spending their summer break together on the North Carolina coast has been a blast. And you can bet when they return to their day jobs next fall, Sarah and Jennifer will stay in touch.
I was really homesick the first week, and I think it was the second day of shooting Love left a bouquet of flowers outside my door.
So it's important that we have to take care of each other. So yeah, I think we've definitely had friends for a long time.
So they're talking about taking care of each other, keeping up after the production is over. So I would say they are friends. This comment reads, I was an extra in the 1997 movie and I can confirm that they did not get along. They didn't speak after any scenes, and it was all because of a comment Sarah made about Jennifer being the final girl. And later during filming, Jennifer stated that she was glad that Helen, Sarah's character, was killed off because she didn't have to look at Sarah anymore, and Sarah overheard this. Sarah then made a final comment that she would have been better as the final girl and how Julie was poorly written. The bickering was constant. I remember speaking to Anne Hesh, who couldn't stand either of them during filming, and she witnessed a huge fight where things apparently got physical between them during a wardrobe disagreement, but I don't know how true that was. This blind item reads, there's been a nasty accident in Hollywood and someone will have to pay up. The issue is nobody wants to take responsibility per usual. But that's not the case anymore because with Morgan & Morgan, regular people are finally winning too. They are the largest injury law firm in America with over 1,000 attorneys and offices across the country ready to fight for you if you end up working with them. In the entertainment industry, these stars have a full team to manage them. Why shouldn't you? Plus, they've been doing this for over 35 years and recovered $25 billion for people just like you. One of their clients was offered a measly $350,000 from an insurance company. Morgan & Morgan got them $12 million. And these aren't rare stories. This is what they do. What makes it even better is how easy it is. For in 2025, people, Morgan & Morgan doesn't make you deal with the paperwork or pay anything up front. You can scan my QR code and fill out your case within minutes. And remember, the fee is free unless they win. So you don't have to pay anything out of pocket and you're not hiring a lawyer. You are hiring a full team who knows how to get it done. That is why Morgan & Morgan is who I would trust if anything happened to me. If you need them, you could start your claim now now by clicking the link in the description below or scan the QR code on the screen using your phone's camera. It's fast, it's simple, and it could change everything. Now, in the I've Never Said This Before podcast, it seems like Jennifer Love Hewitt says, in response to her feud with Sarah, that, quote, girl actresses don't like to work with other girl actresses. She also claims that she wasn't the one to go and get Sarah written off and killed off because she says she was 18. She wasn't giving them script notes. They wouldn't listen to her. She says, though, I root for Sarah and Freddie, and I think it's the cutest thing in the world that they've been married for 100 years and have kids. Not the 100 years shade.
But yes. And then I just heard that there's this whole thing where they think that Sarah and I were fighting or something. Have you heard this? There's like all these things out there, and I was
like in real life.
Yeah, and that yeah, it's been really fun. I've really enjoyed going and like trying to read the stuff now and be like, what are people saying about when we did the movie before, now, all of that stuff. And somebody the other day was like, yeah, I think Julie made sure that she was killed because girl actresses don't like to work with girl actresses. I was like, what are you I was 18. They were not taking script notes from me, guys. Like, what are you talking about?
And they were probably friends.
Totally. I mean, all of us were like in that experience together, kind of, figuring it all out and everything. And I root for her and Freddie, and like, I think it's the cutest thing in the world that they've been married for 100 years and have kids. And like, it's like adorable. So yeah, no, it's just been really funny to see all of this stuff.
So Sarah announced in October 2024 she's not returning for the sequel because she was killed off, but her husband will be. At first, she was enthusiastic about the project. She said, my best friend Jennifer, and not Jennifer Love Hewitt, is directing it, so we joke that she has a job. So I'm always the one telling her, well, what would happen or what wouldn't happen with those characters? So she claims that she was helping influence some of the project because her friend is the director. And even though she was killed off and she's not in this new project, it seems like she was in good spirits about it. But then a couple weeks later, maybe a few months after, she was asked again about this project while on the red carpet, and you could tell that she's clearly annoyed by the question. So what had changed? Take a look.
They're an incredible cast, and the script is so much fun.
I know Jennifer Love Hewitt said that she's possibly returning. Can't tell if that's how.
I have nothing to do with that.
And the holidays are here. How are you and the family spending them?
Hopefully together.
This person said that the interviewer is asking the question because Sarah posted a picture on set and it stirred up some questions. She clarified it was for family purposes since Freddie was filming during Thanksgiving. So maybe this would have prompted the interviewer to go and ask her about this because you are the one that's sharing pictures of the set, so you clearly know what's going on. We do have a clip of Sarah making a shady comment about Jennifer back in 2014.
How this works, Sarah. We're going to show you a picture of a former co-star, and then you just say whatever comes into your mind first up.
Next one, Jennifer Love Hewitt.
My goodness, I know what your boobs did last summer. Because whenever you see that movie, it's just a lot of cleavage.
Do you know what she's talking about?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, right. Just making sure.
I've also seen that movie.
Do you stay in touch with her?
I haven't seen her in a long time.
Yeah.
LA is so segregated that unless you sort of live in the same area and your kids are sort of in the you don't run into people the same.
Sure.
Sarah attempted to clarify that red carpet moment by saying that she realized in the moment that she cannot speak about the film because of an NDA and that she's happy for all of her friends and her husband to get together to make this film again. But I'm still not buying it. There was another post where it seems like Sarah seemingly throws shade at Jennifer Love Hewitt by tagging the entire team of I Know What You Did Last Summer except her on her Instagram story. So Sarah's really keeping this feud alive because Jennifer has tried to squash this narrative. In July 2025, she did an interview. She said, honestly, I don't even know what that was or how that came to be, this feud relationship. I just think that people don't want the narrative to be easy. Why do we always have to be against each other and out for each other? I mean, I'm sure Jennifer's happy because she's the one who's got the job. Jennifer said, I haven't seen Sarah. Literally, we've not talked since I saw her when I was 18 years old and the movie first came out. That's why it's so funny to me. People were like, say something back. And I'm like, what am I going to say? I've not even seen her. On my side, we're good. I have no idea where this is coming from. This comment reads that a person doesn't have to keep up with their coworker from 30 years ago. It's funny how a lot of these media outlets try to make something benign into a big deal. Maybe they didn't particularly like each other. That doesn't mean that there's an ongoing feud. Another person adds, not too unusual. I also don't talk to coworkers who I had briefly at 18.
A lot of the times they are simply coworkers that are working together on a project. Sometimes you meet somebody and they become a lifelong friend, just like any normal person at a job has a coworker. Are you best friends with all your coworkers right now? Do you hang out with them all the time? Will you keep in contact with them for the next 28 years? Probably not. People just cannot separate an on-screen relationship or friendship from the people, the actors playing the roles. People do this all the time with couples and say like they want Jim and Pam to be together in real life from The Office. They're whole human beings outside of that who are actors married to other people. They just really made you believe that they should be together on that show. It's great acting, but not everybody's best friends and not everybody should be together simply because they have an on-screen relationship.
Now, when they did have their red carpet premiere this past summer, there were rumors as to why Sarah and Jennifer couldn't pose together on the red carpet. Sarah said, "For everyone asking, I never got to see Jennifer, who is fantastic in the movie. I was inside with my kids when they had the big carpet. Unfortunately, Jennifer didn't come to the after party." Sarah said, "If you've ever been to one of these, it's crazy. She didn't get a pic with most of the cast, so unfortunately, she didn't see Jennifer," which sounds pretty convenient. Now, there is a TikTok that went viral that was claiming that Sarah was actually liking Instagram posts that were body shaming Jennifer. Honestly, like throughout this video, it really seems like Sarah's the one who feels bitter about their lack of friendship. But if you look at these posts, you'll see that they do appear to be liked by Sarah, where people are making fun of Jennifer's body saying, "I know what you ate last summer," with some stupid low blows. There was a recent Instagram story where it seems like Sarah and Jennifer interacted with a fan who has both of their pictures on their wall. So maybe everything's okay. But oh boy, I feel like there's some bitterness, some tension here. And it was probably even more awkward for Sarah, the fact that her husband went to go and work with Jennifer again. But I want to hear what you guys think in the comments below. What feud do you want me to talk about next? And I'll see you guys in a new video. Bye, guys.